What's going on, my trainer club? Today we're gonna check out the community day for Abra coming up in Pokemon Go very soon so we can start getting prepped to be ready to go. So welcome to the trainer club. Here we go! Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below, are you excited for Abra as a community day Pokemon in Pokemon Go? Because Abra actually got released as the shiny at GoFest in Chicago on accident. So there are people out there that already have shiny Abra. It is very slim. It is literally the rarest shiny in the game because it was only released, I believe it was 2 or 3 hours on the Thursday morning, and then it was taken out. And I was actually at the end of that event, like searching for the shiny, and unfortunately it was already gone. So congratulations for some of those people that already have the shiny, but for almost every single other person, we do not have the shiny. So let me know in the comments below, are you guys excited about finally getting this shiny? I am hyped for it. I'm ready for it. Thank you so much. So we're gonna go over the details, and then we're gonna get into some of my top prep tips to make sure you guys are ready to go. You're already starting to get prepared for this community day because it's going to be fun. March is going to be a jam-packed month. So it's going to be on March 15th, and it's going to be the same time zones as we have been doing, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for the Northern Hemisphere, and then 3 to 6 p.m. for the Southern Hemisphere. And we don't know the moveset yet, but we will check out in a moment because Mr. Swag Tips, shout out to him for also helping me trying to navigate the Game Press DPS times TDO spreadsheet. Super appreciate you. That it could be pretty impactful if it gets a hypothesized moveset, which would be really cool. And the bonus is gonna be 3 times catch XP. So for anybody out there that's trying to get some type of XP goals, 40, 38, 37, whatever level you're reaching for, this is gonna be the time for you. And plus, the shiny Alakazam is super cool. So I am excited to get the shiny Alakazam. Abra and Kadabra look very similar, so it's pretty hard, and I haven't seen them too much like up close and personal in the game to know that it was a shiny. Obviously, it will sparkle when you encounter it, but Alakazam is definitely notably different because it then has the pink shirt on. So now we're gonna get into my top prep tips to make sure you are ready to go to maximize out on shiny Alakazam from the Abra form in Pokemon Go. Starting with tip number 1. Tip number 1 is going to be, Abra is a pretty rare Pokemon, so you guys are definitely going to want to have pineapple berries going into this event because being that it is a Gen 1 Pokemon, being that it is a rare Pokemon, being that it only really gets boosted in the windy weather from the Psychic boost, this is going to pose a little bit of a problem for us going to the future if we want to have this Pokemon. Plus, we want to have a ton of these guys, so you could potentially start walking it for Buddy Candy if you choose to do so. Another thing you could also do is if you really like Abra, you really like Alakazam, you could pick your best one that you have right now and start walking it because that would also, number 1, get you candy, number 2, would start getting it towards a best buddy with the boost because it is a pretty powerful attack heavy Pokemon, not so much on the defense and stamina, but these attack heavy Pokemon do have their places for meta attackers because they can come through if they have resistances to what they're going after. And number 2, in PvP, I wouldn't say to make your bulk of your team off really powerful attackers and low defense and stamina Pokemon, but having one in there that can really switch in when somebody just switch and it's going to be strong and resistant to that Pokemon and deliver a lot of damage in a couple moves really fast, that is definitely a very probable option for you guys and something that you can consider doing when you're doing PvP if played properly. So Abra, get the candy, save the pineapple berries, potentially start walking one if you want to make it your best buddy because we have approximately a little bit less than a month away and you can definitely do some weight as far as moving towards your best buddy there. Which is going to lead me to tip number 2. Tip number 2 is going to be collecting your items. So for me, I really like this Abra. I'm hypothesizing that the moveset it's going to get is going to be pretty dominant. Hopefully it will be a Psychic buffed moveset, potentially a couple other ones that we're about to check out in a second. Like I said, thank you to Swag Tips for putting this out. We want to start getting our friendship bonuses up. If you've been focusing on lucky friends, switch over to your friends that need to get bumped up that are going to be getting there as far as level goes, because with a little bit less than a month away, you can kind of see and time out which friends can you start ranking up in friendship to start stacking them and be ready. Once that community day hits, you can put a lucky egg on. You can use that 3 times catch XP bonus, and you can also hit some friendship bonuses because although it is 3 times catch XP bonus, the friendship bonus is still gonna make up the bulk of the XP in the game. So for anybody that's not 40, or for anybody that's trying to maybe get to 100 million, 150 million, 200 million, whatever your XP goals are, that is going to be the best way to do it. Combine it all, condense it, so start ranking up those friends that are getting close to level rank ups, and just let them know, if you do know them, that you are going to be saving for community day and you're going to be ranking up together, which is going to bring me to tip number 3. Tip number 3 is going to have to deal with your ultra and your great balls. I've been super low on great balls and ultra balls since the Chanty event. I haven't really had a chance to start populating up my bag. So get your ultra ball and great ball combination, I would say past 600. Adding those two together past 600, because Abra, you want to catch as many as possible. You want the pineapple berries. And then if you're going to use star pieces or incenses, my recommendation on the star pieces is always to have 6 saved up for a very important event, because community day will get the 3 times catch Stardust. So you always want to have 6 sitting in your bag if you happen to run out of these guys. Have the benchmark for star pieces, and if you have a ton extra when you're really focused on catching a lot, do this then. If you want to use lucky eggs the entire time, you're going to need 6 lucky eggs. So you're going to have to start either saving up coins, you're going to have to buy at some point, or if you do have eggs, you can definitely use them for this situation. I always suggest, if you guys have eggs and they're just sitting there, you don't really use them, don't blow them on anything. Use it for the friendship bonuses and for the bonuses with the XP, which would be during this community day, which would be super beneficial for anybody. We don't know at any point, maybe they'll raise the level cap all the way to 50. You might as well keep on accumulating and not waste out on XP, and be proactive instead of start trying to retrograde like, oh man, I did 20 best friends and I didn't lucky egg. That was an extra 2 million XP that I could have gotten, and now I'm trying to hustle and bustle my way all the way up there. So you might as well be proactive, which is going to bring me to tip number 4. Tip number 4 is going to be, make sure to keep on gymming as much as possible. You guys want to gym because you can get 50 coins per day, and I know some of you guys may spend your money on the game. However, when you do gym, it gives you extra coins to be able to spend for these community days. Even if you like maybe buy your boxes already, you buy your raid passes, and maybe you want to buy some of the premium lure modules because they spawn Pokemon faster, it's going to make your day a whole lot crazier in the areas that you're at. You might as well gym a little bit, because every 4 days counts as 1 premium lure module. So then you can just spend your money on what you like to spend if you don't want to spend it on lure modules, and then every 4 days leading up, maybe you'll have like 3 or 4 or 5 premium lure modules saved up just from going and putting your Pokemon in the gym, getting 8 hours per day, and then getting kicked out and getting those 50 coins per day. And it can collaborate with other gyms as well, so it doesn't have to come all from one gym, which is going to be really effective. And then you may even get some extra items that you may not typically buy, because now you have extra coins, which is going to lead me to tip number 5. Tip number 5 is going to be, where is this Alakazam going to sit? What is the potential moveset? Like I said, swag tips, big shout out. Really like how you guys do this with the game press. He went ahead and put a hypothesized Alakazam moveset in the game. So we're going to check that out right now. So the hypothesized moveset and the power that it's going to have is going to be Kinesis. So Alakazam with Cycle Cut and Kinesis is going to have a DPS at 21.983, which is going to be above the Mewtwo. However, the DPS times TDO is going to be 4748, which is going to be below the Mewtwo. Mewtwo with the Confusion Psystrike, which is the highest TDO DPS in the game, is going to be 5994. So it's going to sit in between Mewtwo with Confusion Psychic and Mewtwo with Confusion Psystrike with that Alakazam, which is a crazy bump from what it used to be. And then also, if we were theorizing about Alakazam with Cycle Cut and Psystrike combination, is 2552. So it's definitely not as impactful as it would be if it was going to be Kinesis, but we don't know exactly what the moveset's going to be. And then if we're looking at Alakazam in the Go Battle League, as far as the Great League, it's going to be 317, so it's really not that effective of a Pokemon in that Great League. It's going to be 183 in the Ultra League. However, it's going to need the Psychic move, which is going to be a legacy move in order to be as effective as it is. And then in the Master League, it's ranked 130, but once again, it's going to need that Psychic legacy moveset. So if we have a moveset like this Kinesis that's able to come in there, be more effective than the Psychic, and it's able to deliver more damage, then we will have a Pokemon that's more viable as a Psychic type Pokemon. So it's definitely a Glacier Pokemon. The higher attack stat, lower defense and stamina is probably not going to make it a really viable meta attacker or anything like that, because it's going to get out fast. But if it has the right proper moveset 2-bar, and then it's going to be able to deliver moves fast. It definitely has its purpose in Pokemon Go. And finally, last but not least, I suggest that you guys start stacking up on some lucky friends if you have the potential ability, or if you have some lucky friends. Now that we have Abra, we have Rhyperior that we can trade. We're doing 2 special trades per day right now. We can keep going, and it's very important for us to at least save 1 or 2 lucky trades, because if you really like this Pokemon, it would definitely be a shiny potential to trade with some friends, because then you can have it right away and you can put it right into momentum in your party. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members, and everybody who takes their subscriptions and support and comments and everything to the next level. I can't wait to see you guys out on the next video. Peace! I just want to take a moment and sincerely thank all of my Patreon members, everybody that has taken their subscription to the next level and chosen to support me on this platform. I greatly appreciate you guys. As a growing channel and really trying to grow and improve as much as I possibly can, I really appreciate the extra support. You guys mean the absolute world to me. I cannot wait to connect with you soon, and I appreciate you guys all for being a part of the Trainer Club. I will see you guys out on the next video.